tunes are to bluegrass music like heartbreak songs are to old country music, or like breakup songs are to Taylor Swift's music. By the way, we're trying to get to more subscribers here on this Bluegrass channel than Taylor Swift. We're just about there, just a few more. So help out down below in the name of bluegrass music. But in this lesson, we're going to learn a melody to this tune, Banks of the Ohio. This is going to be perfect if you are joining a bluegrass jam, or maybe you want to. Maybe you've been in one, somebody calls the tune. This lesson today is going to help you survive the tune. A bit of history before we get going. This song doesn't have an author. Here, according to Wikipedia, it's also known as Down on the Banks of the Ohio and I'll Never Be Yours. It's an oldie from the 19th century. Says here the lyrics tell of Willie, who invites his young lover for a walk, during which she rejects his marriage proposal. Then he kills her. What a tune this is. I took her by her lily white hand and dragged her down that bank of sand. There I throwed her in to drown. I watched her as she floated down. Was walking home 'tween 12 and 1, thinking of what I had done. I killed a girl, my love you see, because she would not marry me. I sometimes listen to rap lyrics and I'm like, this is awful what I'm hearing. And then I'm reading bluegrass lyrics and it's really not a whole lot better. Olivia Newton-John recorded this here, it says in 1971. I listened to about 30 seconds of that version this morning and I wouldn't recommend it, but I do recommend listening to Tony Rice's version, which looks like this. This is important because in a bluegrass jam, quite typically there's going to be one version of a tune that is often emulated. And why that's important in this case is that he plays a song out of the key of F using the D position, all right, which is what we're going to use today. The only difference is if you're playing along with that recording, practicing the chord changes, you'll want your capo on the 3rd fret. That'll make it possible to play along with the chord changes to that specific recording. In my mind, that is sort of the gold standard bluegrass version of Banks of the Ohio. Highly recommend giving it a listen. Today's break, just like most bluegrass instrumentals or solos, you play over the melody of the song. We're playing over the chorus today. These are the chord changes here. This key is really low. I wouldn't sing it here live, but for example purposes, just so you don't have to worry with the capo if you don't have one. Only say that you'll be mine. In our home, we'll happy be. Far beside where the waters flow, on the banks of the Ohio. I use that D run in this arrangement quite liberally, so if you don't know that one, I'll put the link to the GCD runs down below, because we integrate these in, or I do at least, into a lot of my bluegrass lead. Let's get the tab up and start rolling on this lesson.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, we start on the 3 and, so we go 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm hammering on to that 4th fret. You don't have to hammer on. I originally wrote this without that hammer on, but it just sounded natural. Okay, this is probably the hardest part of the tune. I put in this open A string here before we hammer on, right there on your 3rd measure. All right, so that happens pretty quick. Right like that. Now I'm letting that ring out. That makes this arrangement sound nice and full, at least in this part of the tune. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So on measure 3, all right, they got that slide from the 3rd fret to the 4th fret. You're gonna see that a whole lot when we're playing in the D position. Okay, going on. Now, if I were to go back and redo this whole arrangement, I probably would not have the D run in there, okay? So I'm ending here on the 4th fret of my D string, and that's the melodic note that probably would sound just as good if I just let that ring out, all right? So for example, from the very top, 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, that note, let that ring out. If it feels better, if that's easier, don't worry about that D run. But again, it's up to you. This is a good example of how you don't have to stay glued to the tab. And this song is never played fast. That's something to take into consideration here. If it's called, it's generally going to be pretty slow, say 75, 80 beats per minute, somewhere along there. So you don't have to get super fancy or intricate. Remember, the main goal of these breaks is to stay true to the melody, all right? Let's go now from the middle of the 8th measure, starting now where you see that circle on your screen, down beside where the waters flow. Here we go, 1, 2, 3. All right, that part one more time. All right, leaving that open G string ringing. All right, one more time slower. All right, and then moving on. Little fill there, and then I'm going right back into the main melody. Finishing off there with that D run. All right, one more time, just the main melodic part covering again. So the basis of this is just following the melody, aka what the singer sings inside of the chorus. And really, I'm just playing pretty true to that melody, throwing in some bluegrass bits here and there. But for a lot of players, I think this is what you're striving for, right? Just to survive the jam, play the tune, keeping the melody, adding some bluegrass runs into it, and then you've got a pretty cool sounding arrangement. So let me know down below what you think of this tune and other arrangements that you might want to see on this channel. If you've been playing guitar for a while, but you don't quite have the bluegrass sound yet, if this lesson here today was maybe over your head and you really want to start from somewhere more manageable, learn the basic rhythm, learn these runs that I'm talking about, Flatpick Foundations is precisely for you. That's my bluegrass program. I created it because there was always a problem that I had from the time I was at ETSU through adulthood. On bluegrass guitar, it always was, and in my opinion still is, very difficult to find a starting point that teaches you the basics. If you're like me and you see some of the ads and other videos pop up where they're just going insane and then you sit down to learn something off of a tab or what have you and it just doesn't come out, that was the frustration I had for years. Again, that's why I created this program. Here are testimonials from folks inside. Happy to say we have just surpassed over 400 lifetime members. Let me pause real fast and share with you guys how this all came about, because the program itself, it was never meant to be a subscription. I kind of hate subscriptions. However, after I released it as a one-off payment purchase, I got so many emails from folks asking, can you set up something with a subscription? Because I don't want, to pay for the whole thing, or maybe I don't think it'll take me that long to learn. So then I did open up that option. I did raise the price of the lifetime membership slightly, but here's the thing, and what's gold if you're thinking about going into the program. Because I'm always adding more for the subscribers in there, if you're in the lifetime, you're literally going to get every lesson that goes into the program. That's kind of how the cookies crumbled. And so, a lot of folks, you'll get in for the month, then I get emails being like, I want the lifetime. This happens all the time. Thought I'd tell you guys a bit about it. That way you don't just, if you're watching my videos, if I'm just sitting here pitching it, talking about it, you might want to learn more about it. And I'm just so happy when I get emails, and this happens like every day now, of folks being like, hey, this is actually helping me along. Folks say they've taken other courses and this one is hitting the marks because it's very outcome based. The lessons are short. They're not going to overwhelm you. That trips me up all the time when I'm looking at a lesson online. And so these are short, to the point, concise. That way you can learn and stay motivated to keep coming back and learning this beautiful style of music that we all love so much. So folks, that was a long one, but check out Flatpick Foundations down below. Also, there are some affiliate links. If you use those links here to, click on it and then buy something from Musician's Friend or the Acoustic Shop, Guitar Center, that really helps out the channel. And yeah, so I appreciate everything, folks, here. Let me know where you're watching from down below, what you think of this song, what you think of these murder ballads, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care. I appreciate everybody that watches this channel so much. Thank you, guys. See you on the next one.